Hi and welcome to My Quaint Cottage. Today we're going to be in the garden. I am really excited about having these pine chips in here. They are doing a really great job of keeping me from having to weed in the rows of my beds. You can see there's a couple of little plants growing. I don't know if you can see that one or this one over here, but those can come up very easily. The sun is very harsh right now, but I can pull those up really easy. So for the most part, I'm not having to weed in my rows at all, which I'm loving. As for the dark mulch that we purchased last year, it was 2-year-old mulch. That grows things very well. Let me get down here in the shade so you can see. The 2-year-old mulch that we purchased and had delivered, that grows things quite well. And I'm going to be weeding these things out and adding the pine chips to it. I mean, it's just terrible. I also wanted to give you an update on how the grass mulch is doing to keep weeds down in the beds. And for the most part, I think it's doing really well. There are a few grass weeds growing along the edges, as you can see here. But they're really not that difficult to just go through and pull out as I need to. I'm going to start my garden tour with my absolute favorite. These are the zucchini that I planted. These are Black Beauty. Each one of those little mounds of leaves is 3 plants. I did buy those just from the garden center, but I've grown this particular variety for years. There's no flowers on it yet, though. I'm very upset about that. Hopefully they'll come soon. The next bed over are the tomatoes. I've got 2 Mr. Stripey up here and 2 of the Brandywines. I've got 2 different types of cherry tomatoes. I have not gotten the actual support system put in here. These little wire cages that are in here are really for deer protection, but I haven't had any problems with deer so far this year, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I continue to not have that problem. And this bed has the cucumbers in it. I don't remember what variety. I think these are straight 8. They are doing rather well. They've filled out a lot. Hopefully they will grow up the supports without me having to encourage them. Coming down the other way, we've got miscellaneous peppers. We've got 4 different peppers here in the foreground, and in the background we've got 2 different eggplants. They're kind of getting ate up by bugs. The beneficial bugs will be along shortly to take care of whatever's eating those. In this bed we have watermelon. Those are going to be a long time coming. I'm really happy about what's going on in this bed. These are those potatoes that I planted. It was the bottom of the barrel from last year's potatoes. I believe we have 100% success. I have 20 plants in here. Over here we have that spaghetti squash, and I still haven't harvested the walking onions. As you can see, there's walking onions in pretty much every single one of these beds that we've looked at so far. This was one of the first beds that I sowed with seed. This is the very last of the radishes and carrots. Those carrots are doing beautifully. The walking onions that I transplanted along the edge of this bed are doing beautifully as well. The peas never amounted to anything. I'm having severe rabbit issues this year. We have wild rabbits coming through, and you'll see that in my next bed. And as you can see right there, this is the damage that the rabbits like to do. That was well, it is still a broccoli plant, but I will be hard-pressed to see any broccoli on that. And I was just out here yesterday. This particular plant had tons of leaves on it. Now all it has is the floret at the top, but at least the rabbits didn't take that. And all of my broccoli plants look this way. I'm devastated. I'm not going to have a lot of broccoli for my salads. That's very disappointing. And here is what's going on with those spinach. I'm going to try very hard to keep up with this because they are getting very tall and they will be going to seed soon. We've been having very warm days, upper 70s, almost to 80s, and these are going to bolt, and then I will be finished with spinach for this season. And here is the last bed that I have to show you. Here is what is left of my strawberry plants. Again, I'm having problems with rabbits, so I have 2 measly strawberry plants. They seem to be doing okay. As you can see, the ends have been eaten off. So this bed I don't tend to very often because I've pretty much just let it go. So I haven't been mulching it with grass very well. Grass mulch, so you do see weed grass poking through. I need to come out here and take care of that so that I don't have to do a whole lot of weeding. If you've stuck with me through all of that garden tour, thank you so much, and as always, have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.